First, let's pay homage to the lineage gurus, homage to the Venerable Mang Liaoming, homage to Master Sakya Zhengkong, homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa, and homage to Master Dubden Dorshi. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of Homa today, Maitreya Bodhisattva, the compassionate one, Ajita, and the Vajra, unconquerable Vajra. Sumo, Tanchen Katso, Dupten City, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma tutors, directors of temples and all cultivation venues, and disciples present here and over the internet. Good afternoon, everyone. How do you do? Today is the Lunar New Year, the first day of the lunar year, and wish everyone a Happy New Year. Happy New Year. When I just got here today, we went to the purification hall at the Taiwan Lezang Temple, and in it they enshrine Vajrasattva. And Vajrasattva is the main deity for eradicating karma. So on the first day of each lunar year, you can go to the purification hall and you can ask a Dharma master or a Dharma educator or a Dharma teacher, which is a monk or a nun, to perform purification for you. With the first sweep, to sweep away afflictions, and with the second sweep, we sweep away bad lucks, and with the third sweep, we clear our karma. So we pray to Vajrasattva. Om Beja Sato Hum. We pray to the Yidam and our good fortune to come. So to discard the old and welcome the new, to change you into a new person, to eradicate the old karma, to eradicate karma, and to obtain good fortune and blessings. And we can do it on the first day of the year. And if you encounter obstructions, you have karma, you have bad lucks, or you have problems with your health, your career, all sorts of problems, you can come to the Taiwan Lezang Temple. And ask for purification. Once you purify, you would be reborn. Then your blessings or your good fortune will come. And I would like to announce also, coming back here this time together with Simu, we stay here very short for close to 3 months, and then we will return to Seattle. Not like before, we stayed here for 6 months and coming back every year. Primarily is to let Simu come back and see all of you and her relatives. Time is very limited, and all the spiritual centers, cultivation venues all around Taiwan, including temples, chapters, and centers, they all ask me to go, to invite me to go there. But in this short period of time, it would be impossible for me to fulfill all of your requests. It's impossible for me to do that. So we feel that we don't feel good because everyone is inviting me, and it's impossible to fulfill all of those requests. Therefore, I try my best. After coming back to Seattle Lechang Temple, I'll see if there's an opportunity to come back to Taiwan again in the future. Okay, thank you. Next time I come back, the work that I have not completed, such as requests by the temples, chapters, and centers, I will definitely fulfill your request. So please don't blame Grandmaster that you made the request and that Grandmaster is not going to your place because my time is short. If I come back for longer, then I will go from corner to corner, even the eastern part. I will go. So please forgive me because my time is just too short. And I am only one person to take care of so many things. Things at home, personal things, and public work. Cannot take care of all of them. Wait until I come back again. I will fulfill all of them. And Simu also really care and love all of the fellow disciples. Last night, sometimes it's just fine, and then sometimes she can't even speak or do things. So if she has power, she's fine, but when the power is cut off, then she cannot move. Last night, that she could come to be together with the Lijiang Temple and all of us was really not easy and was very touching. But actually Simu really cares for everybody. And thank you for the care of the doctors in Taiwan, the traditional Chinese medicine, Western allopathic medicine, and the nurse, the head nurse. She asked me to offer her thanks to the Chinese doctors, Western doctors, and the head nurse for their care. Our VIPs today are
Mayor of Nantou County, Mrs. Shishua. Director of the Civil Affairs Office, Nantou County Government, Ms. Wu. Director of Religious Section, Civil Affairs Office, Nantou County Government. And staff member from Civil Affairs Office, Mr. Zhang. Member of Nantou County Council, Mr. Li, Zhongzhou and Ms. Tan Shafen. Mayor of Nantou City, Mr. Zhang Jiazhe, Ambassador Daniel Liao, and Dharma Sister Judy, former Chief Secretary of Taiwan Provincial Government, Lord Advisor of True Buddha School, Lawyer Lu Wenxiang, Chinese doctor from the UK, Dharma Sister Alliance Head, True Buddha School scholar groups and medical groups.
My university same classmate, 金金水先生及夫人陈哲嘉女士，木雕艺术家
Sculptural Mr. Jian, Dharma Sister Jian.
Cambodia country 体育副局长米娜小姐。
And we appreciate the benefactors for a meal offering at this temple, his living Buddha nation and those disciples, donate $110,000. Lotus Yuan Mei for $100,000. And from Indonesia, Dharma Brother Qin Yang, $100,000. From Singapore, Dharma Brother Li Ka-chen, $110,000. From Malaysia, Zhenjie chapters, Dharma Sister Chen Wei Hua, $100,000. From Yongxin Steakhouse of $100,000. From Malaysia, Dharma Brother Zhang Xianfeng the family, $100,000.
谢谢大家。这里还有公告：一，台湾雷藏寺的净化电台开光，大家可以。
We have announcement that the purification hall at the Taiwan Lizang Temple is now opened, and so anyone can come and request for purification there. And on January 29th at the Tai Lizang Temple, there would be the grand opening of the temple and also the ceremony of the Tara, the destroyer. So you can destroy your karma and obstructions. The coming ceremonies, the coming two ceremonies, Tara, the destroyer, is when you encounter hindrances and obstructions, she can help destroy them. Let me give you a simple example. Like when we take a test and you cannot pass it every time. You cannot pass it. So this is a kind of hindrance. And by attending this ceremony and then you take the test again, then you will pass the test. So what kind of problems you encounter about your body or mentally, physically or mentally, or with your work or with your marriage? So by destroying the hindrances, then things will become better. So this Tara, the destroyer, is one of the 21 Taras of green Tara. So whatever difficulties you have, you can pray to this Tara, the destroyer, to destroy your hindrances. So I hope you can come attend this ceremony at the Tai Lizang Temple in Kaohsiung City. So this Tai Lizang Temple is a newly built temple. So we will visit this new temple. And second, Taiwan Lizang Temple will have the wish-fulfilling youth. And the wish-fulfilling youth is different from the rest. She has the power of Sakyamuni Buddha on him. And he can fulfill the wishes of sentient beings. So this wish-fulfilling youth can know all the cause and effects or all karma of everyone. He knows everyone's karma, and he can fly very fast, instantly, whichever country you're in. He would know right away. So Grandmaster receives the blessing of wish-fulfilling youth, and he is Pingala Kumara, or the lotus leaf youth, the same as the wish-fulfilling youth. And Grandmaster will talk about his origin, and his heaven is called the youth heaven, or Kumara heaven. So to have the wish-fulfilling youth to do divination is very accurate. Whatever he tells you, if he appears and tells you something, then that thing is really factual. And the wish-fulfilling youth, it's very easy to gain spiritual response from this wish-fulfilling youth. So this is his specialty. This is how special he is. If you attend and receive the empowerment of the wish-fulfilling youth, it is extremely easy to gain spiritual response. Once you gain spiritual response and have spiritual union with him, then you would be endowed with 5 of the transcendent powers. This is very rare. So these 2 ceremonies are very supreme. And we will also go to Taipei for the book exhibition organized by D.B. Boye Foundation. You can buy books there, and then after you buy the books, and the books are Grandmaster's heart, mind, and Grandmaster is Padma Kumara, also great prosperous Vajra. Padma Kumara is the greatly prosperous Vajra, and you buy books and bring them home. That's the same as inviting the fortune god or wealth deity home. That's the D.B. Boye. So that's all about the ads. Now back to the main subject. Today we practice Maitreya Bodhisattva, and he's one of the 8 great bodhisattvas. The so-called Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, Manjushri Bodhisattva, Samantabhadra Bodhisattva, Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva, Maitreya Bodhisattva, Akasagarbha Bodhisattva, Vajrapani Bodhisattva, Riskambin Bodhisattva. They are the 8 great bodhisattvas. In our hiking sutra, we actually chant the 8 great bodhisattvas. We need to invoke the 8 great bodhisattvas before chanting hiking sutra, hiking Avalokitesvara Sutra. Maitreya Bodhisattva is highly valued by Sakyamuni Buddha, and prophesied him to become the Buddha king with great authority in the future. We say the Buddha of the past is Dipankara Buddha, the authoritative Buddha of the present is Sakyamuni Buddha, and the future is Maitreya Buddha or Maitreya Bodhisattva. And in China, he also manifested with the Maitreya Buddha with a big belly, and in Tibet it was called the Jampa Buddha. And there was another incarnation in China. It's called the Hu Da Si, the Great Master Hu. That's a reincarnation of Maitreya Bodhisattva too. And at the Sakyamuni Buddha's era, Maitreya Bodhisattva was called the compassionate one, or the merciful one, and his name was Ajita, and translated as the unconquerable, that his mercy is unsurpassed. So Maitreya Bodhisattva was referred in China. His belief to have a birthday on the first day of the lunar year. So today is the Lunar New Year. So this is his birthday. So we choose Maitreya Bodhisattva as our main deity today. He has 4 kinds of non-regressing minds that's unknown to most people. It will be talked about in the Vimalakirti Sutra. The first one is the non-regressing mind. To believe in the Buddha, we cannot have a fanatical or superstitious mind. So whom should we believe or have faith in to be called the right faith? Is the one who has comprehended the true reality. You can only believe in the one that he knows the true face of the 3,000 great thousand worlds. Then the one who knows that is called a true guru. And the rest of the gurus are not authentic. So to believe in a guru, you need to know that he comprehends the true reality or true face. Only then it is called the right faith and not otherwise. That's why many people are very fanatical or superstitious. And sometimes even if you follow a guru, you still abandon your spiritual commitment. That means your faith is not enough. There are 10 kinds of faiths. When your true faith is perfect, then you will never abandon it. And Maitreya Bodhisattva understands the true faith and right faith and never abandon that faith. Not unlike many people who believe for a few months or few years, or they change their beliefs very fast. This happens a lot. But Maitreya Bodhisattva knows. If you believe in one, the guru with the right faith. If you believe in a guru with the right faith, then you should never change. And Maitreya Bodhisattva never changed his faith. So non-regressing faith. And the second one is the non-regressing understanding. Once you have the faith, you need to understand. You need to understand the true reality of the universe. So can your guru deliver you to the Pure Lands and Buddha verses, or even more, to become a Buddha directly? If he cannot deliver you to the Pure Lands and Buddha verses, and cannot deliver you to attain Buddhahood directly, then such a guru is a deviant one, a heretic. They love fame and benefits and sex. He's lustful. If he is lustful, then he is in the animal realm. How can he guide you to Buddhahood? So you need to understand and pay attention carefully if the Buddha Dharma that he teaches has true reality in it. If he has seen the true face, then that would be a genuine guru. Otherwise, he's just a pixie guru. I'm not talking about the TV soap operas, talking about Zhuge Liang, but I'm talking about the masters among us who love fame and benefits, privileges, and sensual pleasures, and have no understanding of true reality. That's no good. You need to understand from their Dharma teachings that they have seen or encountered the true reality. Then you would never abandon your spiritual commitment. Or you would have non-regressing mind, non-regressing understanding, and non-regressing attainment. Generally speaking, even a bodhisattva can abandon their spiritual commitment. You want to deliver sentient beings, but you yourself abandon your spiritual commitment. So the non-regressing confirmation is that you have confirmed the unborn endurance. Then you will never regress. The eighth ground of bodhisattvahood is called the immovable ground, which is the non or unborn endurance. So when you reach the eighth ground, your mind or heart is completely unmoved. It's fixed there, that you earnestly spread Buddha Dharma, never abandon spiritual cultivation. Yet many masters have abandoned spiritual cultivations. Some masters encounter beautiful ladies, especially the ones from China, very beautiful, so followed her to Beijing and bear children. And he doesn't want the master position and doesn't teach Buddha Dharma anymore. And there are also many monks and nuns. So Dharma teachers, Dharma educators have abandoned their spiritual cultivation or commitment. And many disciples too, they followed for a few years and then abandoned. So they have no faith, no understanding, and no attainments, no confirmation. So if you have confirmed the unborn endurance, that's the immovable ground. That's a kind of fruition. A Grandmaster from the believing in Buddha, the guidance from Golden Mother until now, over 50 years, Grandmaster never abandoned his commitment. So my perseverance, my diligence, I have completed my 294th book. In this modern world, is there a monk who has written 294 books? Anyone? Any? Is there a monk anywhere who paints a painting every day? Is there a monk anywhere who practices every day? Non-regressing diligence. Such determination, because Grandmaster has seen the true reality, and this true seeing is the unborn endurance. In the world, the tangible world, there is karma. Karma exists in the tangible world. In this delusion, you cycle in the sixth rebirth realm endlessly. If you can understand about unborn, then you can abandon the six rebirth realms to reach the four sagely realms. Those are the real realms. If you have confidence to abandon the six rebirth realms, that proves that you have reached the four sagely realms. That in the future, you can be like a bodhisattva to establish your own Pure Land. That you can guide sentient beings to the Pure Lands. You can lead sentient beings to attain Buddhahood directly, transforming into rainbow light. Only such a guru is called a guru with the vision of true reality. So this is the non-regressing confirmation of Maitreya Bodhisattva to confirm the unborn endurance. It's the non-regressing spiritual commitment. And the next one, we all have thoughts. Why do we abandon our spiritual commitment? Because we have thoughts. So Maitreya Bodhisattva has the non-regressing thought. Why? Because he himself can reach the state of no thought If a person can reach the state of no thought, without thoughts, how can you regress? You can't. Without thoughts, you can't regress. That's no thought. So 4 kinds: non-regressing mind, non-regressing understanding, non-regressing attainment, non-regressing thought. 4 kinds of non-regressing minds. And how did he get them? Because Maitreya Bodhisattva, by the side of Sakyamuni Buddha, when Maitreya Bodhisattva was about to enter Parinirvana, the beings in the Tushita heaven knows that Maitreya Bodhisattva will rise to the Tushita heaven, waiting for his descent upon samsara. So the Tushita heavenly king with 200 heavenly kings descended together to invite Maitreya Bodhisattva. And Maitreya Bodhisattva knew the Tushita heavenly kings came to invite him back to Tushita heaven. Therefore, he spoke on these 4 non-regressing minds: faith, understanding, attainment, and thought. Non-regressing minds, spoken to the Tushita heavenly kings, so that all the heavenly kings of the Tushita heaven attain the true and real enlightenment, which is Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. That's how great Maitreya Bodhisattva is. So today I'm teaching you the 4 non-regressing minds. The non-regressing faith. Once you understand Bodhidharma, you never regress. And after you prove or attain Bodhidharma, you never regress. And once you reach the state of no thought, you have attainments and you never regress. Let me share a joke. Xiaoming got home from class and encountered a monk. The monk said, "Oh, benefactor, please make a donation." And Xiaoming said, "Oh, I don't understand Buddhist language. I really..." And the monk said, "Don't worry. It's easy to give, but I have no experience in it." And the monk said, "There's always a first time for everything. So could you please give?" So Xiaoming did not know what to do. So this is play of words of Chinese. So to make a donation is like to draw a circle. But I never paint, I never draw, so maybe it's not that round. And the monk said, "Oh, your karma is so heavy. I just cannot deliver you. So if you have heavy karma, please go to the purification hall." The wife asked the husband, "There was a man who courted me before and came here on a business trip, and he wanted to invite me for dinner. Do you mind?" And the wife asked, "When did he court you?" "Oh, sophomore year in college." And the husband said, how much did you weigh then? 48 kilograms. And the husband looked at the wife up and down and said, go ahead. He would completely forget you after this. Then we can live our lives. And many people told me that you have lost weight nowadays. And that's the reason why Grandmaster lost my weight. I have to lose weight. You cannot be too big like Fermi or like Hui Jun. Fermi is bigger. Fermi Wang. Xiao Wei asked Xiao Ming, what is pressure? What is anxiety? What is fear? And what is pressure? Is the wife is pregnant. Nervous is the mistress is pregnant. And fearful is when both are pregnant. And shock is, and the problem is, I am, what's that called? Tight. What is that called? Desterilized. Okay, now we'll do the Q&A. Question from Lianhua Chunjian from America. He's a doctor, a scientist, someone who came back from America. High tech. Oh, PhD, high tech. Husband and wife. Grandmaster, in your book, The Solving of the New Tso River, in an article entitled Banishing Lack of Wisdom of a Moment and Lack of Wisdom Since Beginningless Time. So what is the lack of wisdom of a moment, and what is the lack of wisdom since beginningless time? And what is the realm after banishment of the lack of wisdom? Is it related to meditative stability? And is there a way to banish the lack of wisdom? Amitabha, question by a PhD is different. Lack of wisdom or unawareness of a moment. Lack of wisdom since beginningless time. What is the realm after the banishment of the lack of wisdom? Is it related to meditative stability? And is there a way or dharma to banish the lack of wisdom or unawareness or ignorance? A question by a PhD. What is the lack of wisdom of a moment? So let me ask the masters present here, the Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma tutors, and all the disciples. What is the lack of wisdom of a moment? This is a test from the PhD. If you can answer it, you're a to-be PhD. What is the beginningless lack of wisdom? Check your cell phones. Beginningless. What is momentary lack of wisdom, or what is beginningless lack of wisdom? So Lian Wang Sangsi from Seattle Temple is answering. So give her a microphone, give him a microphone. They both talk about unawareness or lack of wisdom. The momentary lack of wisdom is all sentient beings have this. And beginningless lack of wisdom is the one it's from the beginningless time. Your answers are simple, but also right. Master Lian Wang is the PhD to be from the Seattle Lechang Temple. He, generally speaking, he reads a lot of sutras and is very knowledgeable. So I told Tanchen Katso to learn from Master Lian Wang. And Master Lian Hai is also very good, but he's left the world. So I asked Dupten Siti to learn from Lian Hai. And in the future, if you want to study, learn from Master Lian Wang. So Tanchen Katso and Dupten Siti are still young. They need to be educated. They haven't grown up. They need to have a good teacher to teach them sutras, Vinaya, the treatises, and the precepts. So it cannot be all dark. What is lack of wisdom? It's complete darkness. Since beginningless time, it's just complete darkness. And momentary lack of wisdom, all sentient beings are amid this momentary unawareness that each thought lacks wisdom. Many people told me, I know about the concept, but I cannot do it, cannot perform it. So you need to learn from Grandmaster Lu. His diligence, his assiduousness. You have to attain and confirm the way, then you will not regress. Because this ignorance that would enshroud you, that you will not be able to see the true reality. That's all ignorance, unawareness. It's complete darkness. As soon as you're born, you're in complete darkness. And then you follow your complete darkness, then it's impossible for you to renounce. You need to know, is there a way to banish this ignorance? Of course. By recognizing the true reality and following it, then that's the way or the Dharma to banish the lack of wisdom. When you have the ignorant thoughts, then you need to know that those are ignorant thoughts. That's why Grandmaster's mind is different from those of the ordinary people. Why is it different? Jesus Christ had this way. Jesus Christ. He always carried the injured lamb in his arms. He was a shepherd. And to shepherd all the sentient beings to the heaven. And he especially cared for the injured or the sick ones. And Grandmaster's heart is the same as Jesus. Jesus is my guru. The sentient beings that we want to help, save, and deliver are those who are full of greed, anger, delusion, pride, doubt, and ignorance, and this lack of wisdom. But the truly good people are good. They don't need to be delivered. So the people that we want to deliver are the unkind ones, the no good people. But if you banish no good people out of true Buddha school, it's mentioned in the Vimalakirti Sutra. Sakyamuni Buddha is silent. And Vimalakirti, the great master Vimalakirti, said, not only that you just ignore it or keep silent, you need to embrace them in your arms. So a true Mahasiddha, the true highest adepts, have no distinction between the good and the bad. The worse they are, the more we want to save and deliver them, to teach them and guide them, so that they have attainments, that they can be liberated from the darkness that the ignorance hinder you and enshroud you. So since beginningless time, you're always in this delusion, you're never awakened, always in the darkness. And such people, we want to view those kind of people as the same as us. So we want to deliver the good ones as well as the bad ones. And you want to guide the bad cultivation venues, chapters or centers. You want to transform and guide them, not to cut them off. Otherwise, if you kick them out of a true Buddha school, aren't you delivering sentient beings? How could you banish them? So the key point, as Grandmaster seated here today, I view sentient beings as with complete equality, no differentiation, no discrimination. I never say that I just want to deliver the man and not the woman. No, it shouldn't be like that. It doesn't matter what kind of person you are. Everything is equally delivered. Everyone is equally delivered. So, equality among sentient beings. And what you gain is the wisdom of equality, equal nature. You should not cut off chapters or centers who have done something wrong. Cultivation venues or spiritual centers are the place to cultivate. If the master is bad, or the monk or nun is bad, you want to teach, guide, and transform them, not to cut them off, not to banish them, because all sentient beings are equal. And this is called the wisdom of the equal nature. In Buddhist eyes, they're all the same. Is there a dharma to banish ignorance? Yes. By recognizing and comprehending the true reality and follow the true reality. And what is the realm of destroying the lack of wisdom? It's like what I said, one earnest step at a time. Like Maitreya Bodhisattva, who's non-regressing. That's to banish the realm of darkness or ignorance to reach the immovable ground. And when the Bodhisattva has proven unborn endurance, then you have the meditative stability or the meditative realm of unborn endurance, that you're unmoved in any circumstances, any situation, by anything. Then that's the realm of destroying ignorance, the eighth ground of Bodhisattvahood. Just now, I have spoken that all sentient beings, the thought of all sentient beings lack wisdom, and since beginningless time, they're always in complete darkness. That's called beginningless unawareness or ignorance. Now we will talk about the Vimalakirti Sutra. And ever generous to all in giving Dharma wealth. Now I also give Dharma wealth. Dharma consists of worldly Dharma and beyond worldly Dharma, or common Dharma, and the enlightening or ultimate Dharma. And the combination of the worldly Dharma and enlightening ultimate Dharma is called generous in giving Dharma wealth. So you give Dharma, Buddha Dharma, and Dharma wealth. You can discern all Dharma phenomena. Now let me ask the to-be PhD. Can you say the kinds of Dharma wealth they are? The six perfections, and I guess that's right too. So wealth, Dharma wealth includes the worldly Dharma and beyond worldly Dharma. The worldly Dharma includes in the Saha world giving monetary wealth, Dharma wealth, fearlessness wealth. So the Dharma teachers give Dharma. And what is all Dharma phenomena? That's the true reality, or the true phenomena. That the ability to discern all Dharma phenomena. So what is the Dharma phenomena? There are two kinds. One is the fundamental wisdom. and one is the wisdom of discernment. Because by having the wisdom of discernment, you would understand how to deliver sentient beings. If this person just loves money, then you need to teach him the wealth deity practices. If someone loves sensual pleasures, like his life, even if he becomes a ghost, he wants to be a playboy. Then you teach him the dual body practice. If someone loves fame, then you teach him the practice of Mahastama Prapta. And you can teach him the great magnetizing Dharma. And by receiving this popularity, he can occupy the highest position. When the people love you, then you would get elected. So the peach blossom faith, which is like the romance luck, it's not about romances between a man and a woman, but anybody in power would have this magnetism because they have lots of fans. They have lots of fans. So great magnetism means they have lots of fans. Everyone loves him. So when he goes for an election, he would be elected. That's called the great magnetism. And small magnetism is just between a man and a woman. Maybe one or two. And Grandmaster, millions, 5 million romances or magnets. So magnetism or romance luck doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. It's also favorable people, like your boss, just loves you, likes you, even when you're incapable, but he just likes you. What can you do? Then you would be the one to get promoted and have raises and always support you. So that means you have come across the romance hall of the boss. And the capable ones just sit aside because he was not appreciated by the boss, because the boss doesn't like him. What could he do? He would be laid off. The boss just didn't like him. Even when he was capable, but the incapable ones get promoted and get a raise and earn a lot of money because you have that peach blossom luck on you. So can discern all Dharma phenomena. You need to know those who love money, teach them wealth deity practice. Those who love sex, teach them dual body practice. Those who love fame, and teach him magnetizing Dharma practices to increase his magnetism. By practicing your Dharma, which is mentioned in the Vimalakirti Sutra, you entice them first by fulfilling their desire and then guide them onto the Buddhist path. So you can discern all Dhamma phenomena. So the true fundamental wisdom, once you comprehend that, then you have encountered the true reality. And if you understand the wisdom of discernment, then you can deliver sentient beings. So you can discern all Dhamma phenomena. Stay unmoved amid the ultimate truth. So what is the ultimate truth? That's the fundamental wisdom. Once you have seen the true reality and you are not digressing, then you stay unmoved amid the ultimate truth. The ultimate truth is the true reality, or the true phenomena. So when you have seen the true reality, the true phenomena, you have seen the clear light radiance of your own Buddha nature. So you have comprehended the true phenomena and seen your own Buddha nature, your own clear light radiance, then you would know what future Buddha you are. You would see the you inside the Prajna light. You're inside the Prajna light. You see the true reality. You have seen the ultimate truth. And at such a moment, you are non-regressing. That's called immovable or unmoved. So unborn endurance is called the immovable ground, the eighth ground of Bodhisattvahood. Have self-mastery in all situations. You understand all Buddha Dharma, so you have self-mastery and you can act spontaneously according to affinity, and you understand a lot. Not like Sariputra of the past, just a little arhat. It's nothing incredible about him. And a flower fell on his body, and immediately is as if he was itching all over. Sakyamuni Buddha's precept as an arhat, he shouldn't have any flower embellished on his body. So he tried to get rid of it, but he could not. Even just one flower he was scared of. That's the famous flowers of the dense country. What kind of flower is that? And you're scared of that? So how can you deliver sentient beings? You're afraid of that little... All the 10 major disciples of the Buddha were scared of it. So they have reached a hardship, yet they're still afraid of the flowers attaching to their bodies. But a true Buddha has no fear of anything in any circumstances, any situations. Only then would he be called a Buddha. If you still have fear, how can you be called a Buddha? What's that? That's what? Eating Buddha, a dumb Buddha. I don't. So, self-mastery in any situations. Once you have attainment, you go to the dance clubs and you still have self-mastery, even when you sing. Talking about singing, now I want to sing. So even when you sing, you're not regressing. Even when you are longing, you're still not regressing. It's spoken by Vimalakirti. So even I know that missing is empty, and thinking or longing or missing is Buddha nature. Do you understand? Yes? Lastly, it's empty. Emptiness can transform everything. Have self-mastery in all situations. Even when I sing, wherever I go, I have self-mastery. Whether I give Dharma teaching or not, I have self-mastery. I'm at ease. And therefore, I pay homage to this Dharma King. Homage to the Susiti precepts, homage to Mahachundi, Buddha Mother. Then you would be the king of Dharma kings, of all Dharma. A Dharma king, someone asks you to go to the dance clubs. Oh, I cannot go. There are the dance girls there. I would have a downfall. You're so scared of it. Then what kind of Dharma king are you? You're just a Mickey Mouse, a mouse king. You would be scared of cats. You're scared. Is the reference in E here? Please stand up and show everyone. What did you do in the past? Musician. And you played music in the Yuan Shui dance hall. And he saw Grandmaster dancing there. And then he took refuge in me. He was the one that I delivered to become a monk. And in that dance hall, I delivered many dance girls. When Grandmaster danced, did I touch the girl's body? No. What is the distance between me and the dance girls? Oh, please be seated. So he's the one that I guided from the dance hall. So if you don't go to the dance halls, how could you deliver sentient beings? Let me tell you. In Tainan, there is a lady who did that, and I also delivered her. Many dance girls, and also those who did that, those did. So I have proofs. Therefore, or thus, you want to join your palms and pay homage to this king of all Dharma. So the Vimalakirti Sutra is different. That a Dharma king can go anywhere, and whatever he does is clean and pure. Vimalakirti, great master Vimalakirti, was like that. Whatever he did was pure. He had a wife, he had concubines, he had many mistresses. He had a goddess who scattered flowers and many other goddesses. And he had wives, many wives, whom he delivered. Vimalakirti was different. He could drink alcohol with a pure mind, so he is still pure even after drinking alcohol. And he could go anywhere and he's still pure. He could go anywhere to help and deliver sentient beings there. He has no fear at all. And that's called a Dharma king. If you still have fear, then you're called a mouse king. And you'll be scared of cats. So this is a true Dharma king. You speak about existence and non-existence. Existence refers to the wisdom of discernment, and non-existence is the wisdom of true reality. So when you give Dharma teaching about existence and non-existence, so he has both wisdom of discernment and the wisdom of true reality. So when you employ them both together, it's called existence and non-existence, all combined together. So that's why he has the phenomena of sentient beings, also doesn't have the phenomena of sentient beings. So that's called non-existence and non-existence. So he uses the wisdom of discernment, use causes and conditions to observe the causes and conditions of sentient beings, and afterward he could use Buddha Dharma to teach those sentient beings. So everything, all Buddha Dharma, arises due to causes and conditions. Sakyamuni Buddha has spoken that everything arises due to causes and conditions, and everything ceases due to causes and conditions. So Buddha Dharma arises due to causes and conditions. Since you can reach to extinction to gain the wisdom of true reality, then your causes and conditions extinct. Now, do you understand? We will continue next time on there is no subject, no conception, and no object, and only karma is ever present, good or bad. And no subject, no conception, and no object, that's the wisdom of true reality, and only karma is ever present, good or bad, that's the wisdom. Why are there hells, animal realms, and hungry ghosts? Because karma is ever present, good and bad. Why do we have the 6 rebirth realms? Because karma is ever present, good and bad. In the tangible world, there is cause and effect. But when you reach no subject, no conception, and no object, then that's the fundamental wisdom, or the wisdom of true reality. That's all for today. Om Mani Padme Hum.